All right, welcome to The Explainer. Today we're jumping into a question that, let's be honest, trips almost everyone up. What is artificial intelligence, really? And to help us out, we're drawing from this amazing source that's written from the perspective of a very sharp, very sarcastic, and a self-proclaimed weary bot. So let's dive in and see if we can finally get this sorted.
And yeah, that quote pretty much hits the nail on the head, doesn't it? We hear AI everywhere. I mean, it's slapped onto everything from our phones to our refrigerators. And this, as our bot guide says, means it is way past time for an intervention.
So here's the fundamental problem, right? We either call everything AI, or we look at these super complex systems and just wave them away as, oh, that's just an algorithm. To cut through all that noise, we're going to do a quick quiz. I've got 4 common scenarios. All you have to do is decide, is it AI, not AI, or is it maybe kind of AI?
Okay, first up, Spotify. You know that Discover Weekly playlist that drops every Monday and it just gets you. It's digging through what you listen to, what you skip, comparing it to millions of other people, and then it serves up new music it thinks you're gonna love. So what do you think, AI or not?
Next, let's talk about Google Maps. You punch in a destination and it finds the fastest way there. Dodging traffic jams, accounting for road closures, it even tells you pretty much to the minute when you'll get there. It's a lifesaver, for sure. But is it actually AI at its core? What's your guess?
All right, scenario number 3, the good old email spam filter. It just works, right? In the background, catching all that junk before you even have to see it. It feels pretty simple, but is there something more complicated happening under the hood? AI or not AI?
And for our last one, a true classic. The sum function in Excel. You highlight a bunch of numbers, you hit the button, and boom, it adds them up. It does it perfectly every single time. It's definitely automation, but does that make it artificial intelligence?
Okay, time's up. Let's see how you did. And as our source material warns us, you should probably prepare for some mild disappointment. Let's get to the answers.
So, if you said that Spotify's recommendation playlist is AI, you are 100% correct. It is a classic, textbook example of machine learning out in the real world.
So let's talk about why. Spotify isn't just following a simple list of if-then rules. No, it's using something called collaborative filtering. It's constantly learning from the behavior of millions of users, finding these incredible patterns, and then making predictions based on them. It adapts as your taste in music changes, and, this is key, it can actually surprise you with a song you've never heard of but instantly love. That's AI.
And here it is, our first tricky one. Google Maps isn't a simple yes or no. The answer is, it's kind of AI. It's what you'd call a hybrid system. And this is a really important idea to get your head around.
Okay, so here's how you break it down. The basic function, finding the shortest possible path from point A to point B, that's a traditional algorithm. It's just solving a very well-defined math problem. But all the magic that makes Google Maps so useful, that's the AI part. Predicting traffic jams by learning historical patterns, rerouting you on the fly because it's getting real-time data from other drivers, that is machine learning.
Another big yes for the AI column. Your spam filter is absolutely AI. In fact, it's one of the oldest, most successful, and most widespread uses of machine learning we have. It's been quietly saving our sanity for years. Just think about it for a second. Every time you hit that report spam button, you are literally teaching the system. It learns from your choices. It adapts to the brand new tricks and keywords that spammers are constantly inventing. And it doesn't know for sure. It makes a probabilistic decision, an educated guess, to classify an email. That right there is learning and adapting, plain and simple.
And finally, the one our Weary Bot guide was really hoping you'd get right. The SUM function in Excel is, without a doubt, not AI. Not even a little bit.
And this really gets to the core of the difference. The sum function is what's known as a deterministic algorithm. It means that if you give it the same input, it will produce the exact same output every single time without fail. There's no learning from past calculations, there's no adapting, it's just following one very clear, very simple instruction.
Okay, so now that we've walked through those examples, we can start to see a pattern, right? And we can boil this down into a sort of mental toolkit that you can use anytime you hear someone talking about AI.
So here are the 4 big hallmarks of real AI. 1, it learns from data. It gets better through experience, not just because a programmer changed its code. 2, it adapts. It changes how it behaves when it sees something new. 3, it makes probabilistic decisions. It's making educated guesses, not just spitting out a guaranteed answer. And 4, it can actually surprise you. It can come up with outcomes you didn't see coming.
And look, this is more than just a fun little quiz or a way to be pedantic online. Knowing the difference between actual AI and just a fancy algorithm, it has some pretty serious real-world implications.
So, why should you care? Well, for one, it's impossible to have an informed debate about AI ethics or how to regulate it if we can't even agree on what it is. It helps us make smarter choices about the tech we buy and use every day. And, as our guide points out, it keeps us from thinking our Nest thermostat is secretly plotting to take over the world.
So with that in mind, our Weary bot has left us with one final assignment. It's a simple, practical test you can start applying right away. Here it is. It's super simple. The next time you see a product or hear a company claim they're using AI, just run it through this quick 3-question checklist. Number 1, does it actually learn from data? 2, does it adapt when things change? And 3, can it surprise me?
And that's really the bottom line. If the answer to those questions is no, then what you're looking at isn't really AI. It's just regular old software, probably backed by a very ambitious marketing team. Getting this right is the first step to actually understanding the technology that is changing our world so fast. Thanks for tuning in to The Explainer.